Okay, now it's time to um, start connecting our project and adding it to the Git repository. So this is going to be our second lesson. Um, I'm going to jump straight into it. I've logged into my GitHub. So go inside GitHub, create an account if you don't have any, or if you've got one, just log in. And I'm going to create a repository. Now I'm going to press this new, and I'm going to name it Shrek 3, same as the folder name that we have. Um, put any description you want. I'm going to keep it private, and I'm going to add this gitignore. This is a very important file because it would control that which files are supposed to be copied to the cloud GitHub, and not everything. We don't want everything. Some files are supposed to be generated every time by Unity. So I'm going to click on this and just type Unity, and yeah, keep it simple, no license at the moment, and create repository. So this would create a repository for me with one file in it, which is a very important file and we need it. And then I'm going to go back to my Unity Hub. On this three dot, say show in Explorer, so it's bringing the folder. I'm going to navigate inside this folder, and on this bar that it's got the path in, I'm just going to say cmd. So I'm going to actually run the command line against that path, and this is it. Now I'm going to run a few commands, and I'm going to explain what each command does. But you don't really need to remember them all. It's just once, and you can put them all into one file script and execute that, which I'm going to add all of them and the instruction all down in the description. So let's see, how do we start? So what we're going to do first we're going to initialize this repository, these folders, to be Git. So the command is git init, which means it's going to initialize that folder for Git. And what this does is actually creates a folder. This folder name is called .git. And if you can't see this folder, it's because you need to come here, options, view, and make sure you've got this selected. Okay. And also make sure that you uncheck this one as well. So show hidden files and uncheck hide extensions. Cancel. Now that we have initialized it and we can see this folder, we are going to make sure that our root, our main branch, is always called main, not master. Now, in old days, they used to call it master, but now Git has decided to use the word main. This is important, otherwise we won't be able to sync. So I'm going to copy this command and paste it here. So git config -- global init default branch, it's supposed to be main, and I'm going to put this in. And then I'm going to run git branch. Nothing, this is good. And then I'm going to git branch and make sure it's main. Okay. And after that, I am going to connect a remote. Now, over here, if you take a look, if you go on this green button, click, and this is the one that we want. This is very important URL. So the next command requires that, and let me copy it so we can save a little bit of time here. So git remote add origin, and the origin is supposed to be this one. Here we go. Copy it, paste it here. Yeah, and then enter. So for you, it's going to be different because probably you're not RenderPy, are you? And you've got your own username here, but you might use the same Shrek3. Anyways, we carry on. Now that we have connected to the server, we want to pull the file because we already have one file there. And if we take a look at the folder over here, We don't have any gitignore here, while we do have a gitignore here. Now we need to pull this file and make sure this file is over here before we do any pushes. So this is the command. Oh, oops, don't look at this. It's not the command. I'm going to delete it. Yeah, this is the one. Git pull origin main and allow unrelated histories. We press that. Okay, it's doing its magic. It pulled, and we have this gitignore now here. Now that we have all of them, we want to commit all of them. So let's first type git status, and we want to see what we have in our structure that we want to push and commit. So before we push, we need to commit them all. So git add dot, but commit them all, fine, and then git commit with message. I'm going to say init double quote. Oops. Enter. So we put a message on it, and the final stage, which we send them all on the server, is git push to the server main. Now, before I do that, I want to take a look here and make sure I press F5, and we just have this one file, and then I'm going to come over here, press enter. And this is going to upload everything, and then back in here, press F5, and you can see my files are now being updated on my repository. Now, I know this seems a little bit complex, but believe me, we're not going to do this anymore. And from now on, we're going to use a much simpler application, which I want you guys to support them, because they really made a good application. The team is called Fork. They made this application, Git Fork, and they created it for both Mac and Windows. I already have supported them. You can support them as well. So I'm just going to download this one for now. It's a free application, but it's a very useful one. I'm going to click on here to run it. Okay, so this is important part. It's asking me for full name and an email. So I'm going to just say render I, and then for the email, I'm going to say i@renderai.com. Of course, this email does not exist, so don't email me on this. It's just that I just wanted to have this as something that we are doing this practice. Now, who is Tony? I don't know. But let's forget about Tony and just press this. And let's go to the folder that we have. So in drive C, repo. This is the one we want to select. So we say finish. It's just checking my folder for any files or anything that is kind of a repo. It does its job. And here we are. We've got Shrek there. And we can do our stuff from this application from now on. All those commands would be just a few clicks, or perhaps just one click. Okay, I'm going to pin this over here. From now on, we're going to use this. And then I'm going to click on this one. It opens a tab, and it tells me that you've got one change, and that is this fork that we just copied and executed it. So I'm just going to say right click, show in File Explorer. Where is it? Yes, it's over here. By mistake, I just downloaded it here, and I don't want it, so I'm going to delete it. And then that should go away. Okay, fine. Fantastic. So I'm going to close everything, because we now have everything set up. We are happy with this. And you notice that only a few folders are here and not the rest. So this is very small in size because we didn't upload these logs or libraries that are very massive, and Unity generates them every time. All these files for the solution, we don't upload these either. So this is very good. This is a good state we are in. Now let's give it another test. Let's open the project and try to remove some of the dust from the project. And after that, we're going to commit and push using our fork application. This time you would see how much life is going to be easier. I'm going to close this. We don't need it anymore. Okay, we are back in the project. We want to delete some of the stuff that we created. So this one, for example, this script that we created, I'm just going to press delete. Yes. I'm going to create. I'm going to click on this README as well. Yeah, we have to be patient with Unity. Even one single movement or anything that would cause it to refresh. So README, remove README asset. We don't want this for our game. Just go away. So we deleted quite a lot of files now. This remove actually deleted quite a lot of files. Now let's take a look. I'm going to bring this fork. And I can see over here on the local changes, it's telling me that, wow, you have deleted 60 files. 16 files were deleted, and it shows me a preview on this side. And same for these, all these stuff were deleted, and we don't need them for the project. And some meta files as well. And we're happy. And we say, oh, this is part of our cleanup. So I'm going to press this arrow, stage all, and it's going to move all of them to this stage level. So let me just maximize this. Yep. And I'm going to give it a name, a kind of a message, a commit subject. I'm going to say remove unused files. Okay. And then I'm going to say commit, and with this arrow, I can push. Let me just commit it. It would commit it. It would show a number 1 here that says one item is remained that needs to be pushed. You've made the change on your computer, but it's not available on server. Oh, you just gave an update. We'll deal with your update later on. Let us please push first. No, please let me push. I am very tempted to go for the update. So let's go for the update. I love updates, so it's a good thing. We updated. Okay, thank you. And then click main, and then we do the push. Okay, push. Now, this is a GUI, graphic user interface, for all those commands that we run. And those commands, if you want to see what they are, whenever you come over here on this part, click on that, and you would see what kind of commands it's executing. Like this is the command that it executed. So every time you pull, push, or do anything, you would realize that there's a bunch of commands running down here, and it would give you quite a good detail that what's going on. Okay, so we don't need to remember any of these commands. We're working with this GUI from now on, and I think we are in a very good state. We don't need this anymore. Back to Unity, and for the next lesson, we're going to organize our scenes and our folder structure and a little bit of our UI, the way that I work. So I just want to share that with you guys. And then we're going to get started with creating the game and installing some of the perhaps some of the plugins that we need. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, you know what to do. If you want to subscribe, do it, please. If you don't, ignore it. That's fine. I'll see you later on.